Hello everybody, it looks like the slideshow is still broken. Everything is broken. The more I've streamed since I reinstalled Windows, the more things I've noticed are broken. So very soon we will swap over to Streamlabs OBS. Now I am hoping I will get that done in the next couple of days. I have some housekeeping things to do, so hopefully we'll port over to Streamlabs OBS, or I'll just have to redo the whole stream setup just to, I don't know, we just need to fix things around here. And what else? And I know before the year ends I want to at least change up the lighting in here, or at least tweak a few things. And what else was I thinking? What else? Yeah, so I just have a few announcements to make. I can't even remember. Oh, and finally have an Amazon affiliate account, or at least I had one, but I never promoted it. And so it gets automatically shut down if no one buys anything through it in 180 days. And so I never mentioned it. I just had it. I didn't realize it would get shut down. I thought, I'll get it done early, and eventually I'll tinker with it. And then so it got shut down. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And so it's finally working. And I want to say yes, thank you so much. I want to say yes. So I got it to work, and I confirmed that I get or I don't get notifications, but I can see the history of successful referrals or purchases or whatever. And so big shout out to everyone who's bought stuff with my through my Amazon account. I really appreciate it. I didn't even realize that there've been over 10 purchases, because I knew PC Loaded bought 2 things, so I just thought maybe like 2 or 3 things. But yeah, there's been over a dozen, so that's very nice. And what else? So that's set up, and then so if not yet, so give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. So that's the link. It should be in the Discord as well. So Osiris is here, or Eric from Mechs On Deck. So please check out Mechs On Deck if you haven't already. Oh yeah, that's the other announcement I was gonna make. So they invited me to shoot an episode with them. So we went over to Chewy's place. Now you might remember Chewy. If you don't know him from Mechs On Deck, you have seen him multiple times on this channel. And so we were there, and then episode, and so it should be uploaded tomorrow. It should be going live tomorrow. So definitely check that out. They were very kind to have me on there, and so I returned with some homework. I did one. I got one done this morning. Chewy can pick that up. And now, this is the other thing. Oh, look at that. Mechs On Deck is here too. Oh, also, Mr. Keys was first, so please don't check out Mr. Keys. Please don't forget to check out. Did I just say don't check out? I meant don't forget to check out Mr. Keys. It's a bit of reverse psychology going on. Okay, so with all that selling out of the way. Whoops. Don't check out Mr. Keys. Okay. You might notice some tape around here. So my elder brother was here to use my camera setup to shoot some stop motion things for his work. So I'm not supposed to peel these things off. It was how he was lining up his shots and everything. So if that's bothering you, trust me, it bothers me more. But it's okay. Alright, so so this is already assembled. This is an Orange 75. Let me get you the link to it. Orange 75. So what it is it's a 60% with an F Row. I believe. I don't think it's a... Oh, you know what? I made a mistake. It is a 75. I was about to say, I mixed this up with, what's the other board where it's a 60% with an F row? There was another custom board that did that. I just completely, yeah. I was about to say, man, why did they call it an orange 75? And, you know, it's not even 75%. And I realized my idiocy. So let me check. Oh, God. So let me call it a 75 plus % layout. I think that's what I'm going to call this and the Xeno. 75 plus. And then the 7V and things like that will be called the 7++. I think that makes a bit more sense, right? So, whoops. Yes, with an F row. Okay, so here is the link to it. I'm going to put it in chat. This is the link to the Fox Lab Orange 75. We can take a look at it together if this thing's not broken. There we go. Also, yeah, so Mechs On Deck, I believe I put the link in chat already. Should be going live tomorrow. Okay, so this is the Orange 75. Now, I will say it was very cheap during the group buy. I missed the times when you expected keyboards to start at the $300 mark. Now most things are just creeping up to 500. It's kind of makes me a little uncomfortable. But I get it though, rising costs and everything, maybe. And you know, it has to be sustainable for the sellers and vendors, so that's understandable. So the Orange 75 is the return of the highly acclaimed Orange TKL or Pizza TKL with a more compact and cute form factor. A perfect 75% layout? That is a lie. It's not perfect. Okay, so normal staggered F row. Block on a 65% to isolate the arrow cluster. Say goodbye to accidentally hitting the wrong key on a compact layout. Sure. Because my typing is perfect otherwise. Okay. So this is the Orange 75. The one we are getting is the Mao White. And so we will check that out. Okay, so again, this is already assembled. This was built by Osiris from Mechs On Deck. And so I actually looked at the PCB for this last month, I want to say, or a few weeks ago, because there were some issues with it. And so we will take a look at it again. I have to jump at least a couple of switches with some wire. So we will do that today. We'll try to fix that today. So we'll have to take apart the board and everything. Okay, Orange 75 with Hyperfuse origins. That's nice. So it's supposed to be a mild white. Now you might be wondering, man, that's about as white as Jessica's paper plates. No, this is a... I don't even know what that means. What the hell does that even mean? So... Oh, I just noticed the salt key over there. So these are these Holy Pandas? I don't remember already. But I just remember they're lubed with 3203. I'll take one out to see what it is. Show yourself. Oh no, it actually... He's... Zilent then? Yes. Yeah, there was way too much talk about Holy Pandas in that episode. So I just assumed. Okay. 67-gram Zilent V2s. There you go. From the man himself. I just realized this thing isn't lined up perfectly. What the hell? Anyway. Okay, so one thing that's not really unique, but is a defining characteristic of the Orange 75, and the thing that I think most people don't like about this one is the 0 degree angle that the board, 0 degree incline that the board has. So it's completely flat. I had a board like that. My Red Scarf 78 was completely flat. That was the Red Scarf. What was it? I don't remember what it had another name, but 78 is the true name. Yeah, so that one I had completely flat. I thought I would enjoy it, and then I didn't, so I ended up putting feet on it anyway. So for me, the reason was logically a flat keyboard makes sense if you use a keyboard tray, or you have your you have the correct ergonomic setup where your elbows are at a right angle, so the keyboard is just a little over your lap. That would make sense for a flat layout, because then your hands are flat and that's fine. But for most people, our desks are the standard height is a bit taller than what you're supposed to have. So your forearms or your elbows are at an upright angle. Upright? No, not upright. They're at an upward tilt. And so the flat layout doesn't make as much sense because your hands are tilted upwards, whereas the layout is completely flat. And actually with chair profile, most other keycap sets, it ends up being tilted the other way, away from you. My mouse is always sliding off my keyboard tray because I have to angle it back. So that means if you use wireless, your mouse is just gonna slide off. Violet Visor, hey, also I didn't say hi to everyone in chat. I forgot to do that. My apologies. So let's go through the list. Violet Visor, PC Load Letter, Osiris and Mechs On Deck, who is actually Chewy. Mr. Keebs, did you unbox a bit one of these before? Actually, no. This is the first time we are looking at this. So who else? Green Savage, Trinity the Gamer, Long Cutie Pie, Alhex. I think that's it. Okay, and so what are we looking at? Damn it, I lost my train of thought. I was saying something. Anyway, Kinnick, thank you for the follow. And Joe Hardy Jack, Patty Codes, Bubbly Fucker, Twitch NMSL. Yes, thanks for the follows. So this is the board. So you can see the color. Yes, it is not white. I would say, how white? I'd say not even as white as the token Asian girl in a sorority group. Yeah, like this thing probably eats spicy food. which is ironic because we were having a lot of spicy stuff on that Mechs On Deck episode, and I was the only non-white person there. Anyway, so let me compare it with some white things. Now, I don't have paper plates. Deepow, hey, how's it going? Okay, so this is a white piece of paper. As you can see, very white on camera. And so you can see that the Mao white, or what's supposed to be white, is a very light gray. Now I like the color. I actually really like the color, but you can't deny that it's not white. Like it's a stretch to call it white. It is definitely a light gray, and you can see that it's kind of close to the hyperfuse light gray. So as you can see, the layout, Staggered F Row. So this is a standard kind of TKL type of F row with the 1 U gap and then the 0.5. Oh my god, what is this? I think I have to fix the space bar. That's what I have to fix. Okay, and so you can see completely flat. It's a very rounded board, that's for sure. Ooh, is that a scratch? What is that? Yeah, so we'll do a quick typing test on this afterwards too. Type C. So that's nice to see. I'm so good at this. And so yeah, so if you're wondering what it feels like, it feels a bit like Cerakoting. And so yeah, so it takes away that metallic feel, you know? So yeah, so it's not like anodizing, it's not a you're not just dyeing the metal, you're actually covering it. It's a coating. So got 3 status indicators over here. I'm gonna take this apart. Let's look at the bottom side. So this is supposed to be the weight insert or just an accent piece. I like this setup actually. The gray or well, it's supposed to be white. This black bottom looks pretty nice. And then one near the escape key. Oh, yeah. So was this shipped by Z Frontier? Because the buy was on Z Frontier, right? So I'm just wondering if it was them that fixed it too. Kinnick, hey, how's it going? Yeah, because I was about to say, it's not anything new with Z Frontier. They are kind of notorious now for the shipping. Yeah, so he bought secondhand. So it might not even have been that user. It might have just been Z Frontier. Because I have 2 friends now who bought boards from Z Frontier. And yeah, both of them arrived with a lot of problems. Mostly just from packing. It's just hastily packed. So it might have been completely fine out of the factory, but it's because of the shitty packing job, it just damaged. Oh, for one of them. Actually, I take that back. So for one of them, it was a crappy packing job. The other one, we're not sure if it was packing or a factory defect. So let's take this thing apart. Yeah, so the Time TKL, I don't know if you remember that one, the one for Devness. I don't know where Devness is. He's been AWOL. And although he was here on Friday. But yeah, so his Time TKL had to get Cerakoted because all the corners are scratched up. They're just terribly scratched up. And then the Meteor, that's the one I'm thinking of. That's the 60% with the F row that I'm thinking of. That's the one, because that was also shipped by Z Frontier, and that's the one that also had damage where the escape key is. So that one, what they did was they packed the PCB. The PCB was wrapped in a plastic thing, but there was nothing else between that and the case. And so the USB connector just, because, if you just turn the bag around, you'll have the board just smashing with all its weight, smashing on top of the PCB that's wrapped up still, but the connector is so sharp that it ripped through the plastic and then just dug into the case. I don't know why I'm... Dug, not scissor. It didn't scissor anything. Where's my screwdriver? Can you watch the surgery be done? Very nice. Okay, so I hope I don't disappoint. So I like I said, I did look at it first before it was built, the PCB, and so I tested the fix with paper clips and stuff. But today we're gonna actually carry it out. Today is execution day, and I hope that doesn't mean that I'm gonna kill this board. Tasman Solutions, hey, how's it going? Man, I had some good pizza on Saturday. I almost bought some more for lunch today. Maybe I should have taken some to go, because I'm starting to get hungry. Need surgical gloves. Oh yes, gloves are kind of weird. I always think that some spooky shit is about to happen when they're gloves. I guess if they're the surgical type gloves, I don't really think much about it. But when it's almost any other color, I don't know why I start to get nervous. Like I know Kikal has the black gloves, I think, I want to say. Oh man. I guess some Dexter level type shit that's about to happen. Oh man, speaking of beep in the background and surgical gloves and stuff, did you guys read about the incident where the person they were operating on, they were draining her blood from her heart for, to carry out the surgery. And so they're basically siphoning blood out. And so they were supposed to lock the valves once they were done, or when they were taking a break or whatever, and nobody did. And so the doctors did their thing, left the room, and the nurses came in and were checking everything. They're like, and then they noticed that her vitals, the patient's vitals were not great, and so they just frantically just kept looking around to see what was going on. They noticed that she was losing a lot of blood, so she already lost a lot of blood. So immediately they tried to pump her body with blood. So they did that, but they still didn't realize that the tubes were, the valve was not closed. They thought it was. I guess, I don't know. And so they were pumping, I can't remember how many, it's like 7 things of blood, and she was still losing blood. And I guess it's just because it was so critical that I guess the nurses just were you're not thinking right. You're just like, what the fuck is going on? And the patient just died. She just died as blood was being siphoned out of her into a trash can. And yeah, so that's some you know, modern contemporary horror type shit. Yeah, that is insane. Yeah, so I believe there will be a lawsuit that's gonna happen, and so I was talking to some people and they said that, you know, nurses mostly say that that's kind of the way it is in the medical field. They're just there to clean up after the doctor, you know, after the best surgeons and, you know, some of the smartest people that we have. Yeah, because they just kind of do their thing and just leave, and so the nurses just have to pick up after them, and yeah, so sometimes it can get pretty bad. Done an oil change once or twice. Yeah, so if you can do it with just an oil change, right? Like, you can imagine. You the thing is, I guess they just all thought there's no way someone would just, you know, it's because they all have to fill out, you know, they have to document everything, and so I guess they just kind of assume like there's no way someone made such a terrible mistake. All right. So, ooh, that is, yep. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I need to confirm that this works. So let's plug this board in. I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to build. So I have a. Oh, do I have to unplug this because I only have one Type-C cable here? Damn it. So I have a salamander coming in and a. What's the other thing? There was something else that's supposed to come in. The dolphin. So those two are gonna be unboxing those and building those in the coming weeks. The O and the P are in the wrong places. Okay, so that's caps lock. What have I done? Is that num lock or scroll lock or something? Something else is. Okay, so here is the problem. Let's go display. Let's clear everything. Oh yeah, I noticed the backspace thing. So, and Chewy told me beforehand too. So you can see F7 didn't light up anything. You probably notice a pattern here. Oh wow, the right shift is programmed to be left shift. Yeah, so this was from the previous guy from the factory, the programming. Okay, so Says that works. D. Okay, this is also left alternate. And this one is maybe the function key? Maybe? There's nothing here. But as you can see, this column, something's wrong with this column. So two possibilities typically. The Visioner, hey, 19 months. Thank you so much. 19. He's one of the OGs. Yeah, so it's one whole column that's being a problem. Only the 8 key works in that column, so you can see this is probably the column, right? F7, 8, or maybe it's 9, but it's 8. I looked at the PCB already. Yeah, so this is one column. Only this key works. So you can guess that probably the connections from 8 are being funky, right? Because it's the only key in this column that works. So yeah, so something's lost over here. This, going north and south. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if jumping still works. And so I even marked which ones I'm supposed to look at. Now I'm trying to remember what goes where. These two go together. Whoops. Okay, so the key definitely works. Oh, maybe. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So thankfully nothing terrible happened. There we go. See, so as I'm using this paperclip, so I'm shorting these two pads. Oops. Damn it. Oh my god, I fucked up again. Yeah, I keep forgetting which program I have in focus, which window. And so whenever I stop to this thing and I hit F7, it moves down to another scene. Anyway. Okay, so oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Touching these two. Oh my god. Look at that. So now F7 works. And so I need to connect these two. And these should be, if I connect these two. Okay, and then these. So how do I get K to work? Okay. Yes. So trying to make sure these are the lines I need. Yes. Wait. Okay, so I actually only need one line. Okay, so what is broken is this one. So as you can see, when you look at the PCB, you don't even see any problems with it, really. You know, nothing stands out. But so from the testing just now, what I need to do is I need to jump this pin or pad to this one, and that will fix, or it should fix, the whole column. So this one to this one, not you know. So I only need one wire basically. But yeah. So thankfully I checked again. Yes. So I believe that's just it. Let me. Hey, tinfoil, how's it going? Alright, so again, so this is just kind of helpful, rudimentary, or what's the word? There's another word I'm looking for. What's another word for rudimentary or basic? That. Not elementary. Crude. Yes, crude. I'm thinking cavemen. You know, I'm thinking cavemen, SpongeBob and Patrick basically. So yeah, it's crude. Do I even have the right thing set? So it's kind of annoying. Okay, so I touch these two. And then any of these keys should work. Look at that, F7 works. And then, oh, it's kind of difficult. You can't see what I'm doing on screen, but basically yes. So I'm connecting these two. So we need a wire to run across it. Now, one thing about the orange 75 is that there's not a lot of room underneath the PCB. So whatever our solution is going to be, it needs to be inconceivable. No, that I always think of that word. Inconspicuous. It needs to be inconspicuous. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot of room. See, if we just have... Okay, let me unplug this because we don't need to plug it in anymore. Ooga booga wire placement. Oh, yes. You don't have to tell us you built it, dude. Just say that someone else did. Just blame it on Will. Blame it on Will. He did. He built this thing. Will is a mod at Mechs On Deck. I think I know the problem. The keys that don't work all have electric tape on them. Try taking them all out. Yes. That's pretty good. That reminds me of... Oh, what was it? Yeah, why is it that so many pigs die of an apple in their mouths? Yeah, so there's really not a ton of room. So we can't use too thick of a wire, and this is why we have some enameled wire. It is kind of annoying to use, I will say, because you have to file or sand the edges, and it's quite, what's the word, tedious. So let's go ahead and clip. Let's see how long. It's this one to this one. So let's go ahead and clip a good length, and then we'll figure it out from there. Yeah, you also want to have a bit extra, just in case you mess up the filing or sanding on it. It's not as short. It's basically what is happening, I just realized I didn't really explain. So a trace is damaged. So one of these lines is damaged. So the line that's damaged is one that's connecting this to this. Wait, no. This to this. Oh my god, I almost messed up. Okay, so this to this. So you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take these pieces of tape off, and it should fix the problem. I'm just kidding. Mr. Cubes is a genius.
I love you.
Mr. Cubes with the gift sub. Thank you so much. I'm removing the tape. God damn it. This fix was way easier than I thought. But yeah, no, I put the tape on there the first time I looked at the PCB just so it's easier to see which are the offending keys. Ordered something from Sandtrack, and this man says he's out of weight screws. Yeah, screws. Did he at least tell you what size these screws are? It's not in focus, huh? Okay, and hopefully I didn't miss anything in chat, by the way. If I missed anything. Yeah, so we don't even need to connect both ways. We only need to connect we only need one wire basically, which is nice. Okay, so we have our wire, tiny little itty bitty wire. Okay, so now let's map out how we're gonna. It should be these two, right? Now all of a sudden now I'm doubting myself. God damn it. This is 8, right? We were supposed to connect, right? Oh shit! Now I'm. Okay, let me triple check it. That's my damn wire. Yes. Great. Wait, it's the I key that doesn't work, right? Yes. So let me check F7. God damn it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Damn it. Koyu arrived via DHL this evening. Usual nice packaging. Ooh. Have you popped switches in yet? Jake Reps, hey, how's it going? So this is an Orange 75 that we are trying to repair. Okay, so let's map out how we're gonna wire this, because we also want it to look decent or presentable. Either that or we could just take, the shortest route to it. So how do we want to? So we could take a straight line here. And then actually here, we need a little more. We can just clip off whatever excess we have.
Okay, so we need a right angle around here. Let's do that right now. I'm just trying to map out how we're going to do this. Although I should have sanded it off first. Okay, so we're going to go here and then, or maybe we should even do a right angle, because it would just make a lot more sense to just make it like a so. Okay. So now we will do the filing or sanding. Yeah, so I think having an angle like that would be good. Just kind of make it neat. So just straight across here, and then I have a bend so that this at least is nice and straight. Sandpaper, and I need to bring out my sandpaper. I also need to buy a new filing kit. Mine are all blunt now. Where do I have my damn sandpaper? So yeah, so don't forget, tomorrow, check out the latest episode from Mechs On Deck. I will be there. I will warn you, it won't be anything too crazy, because I know they are a Christian stream, family-friendly Christian stream. So I made sure to be on guard against the temptations of the devil. Incognito stream, we wear a mask and never reveal a true identity. But the thing is, now that you mention it to Talisman Solutions, will it really be anonymous? Yes, the Holy Spirit was there. Jesus was there. It says when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, and we definitely had more than 2 or 3. Actually, we had 4, so maybe Jesus wasn't there. I'm trying to remember if it's easier for me to file it or sand it. Maybe filing is easier. I remember it being a pain in the ass trying to sand it down with sandpaper. Yeah, this is easier. So basically what we're doing is we're trying to we're trying to remove the layer of, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'll show you in a bit. Maybe I can move this camera. Look at this production quality, 10 out of 10. A nice little crotch shot. Yeah, holy shit, this is way easier than using sandpaper. I used sandpaper last time, it was a pain in the ass.
Okay, see, so here's what we're doing. Oh, whoops. We are removing the insulating layer, that red, the enamel, basically, and exposing the raw copper underneath it. Yeah, so instead of unsheathing it, with traditional wire clipper and stuff, this is what we're doing. So this needs to go here. So my bend is. I should probably figure out the correct length now. Now that I have it. I don't want this much of it exposed. I'm gonna off a little more. Okay. And then we are gonna bend it. Obviously, you don't have to straighten it like what I'm doing, but I want it to at least look decent. Probably. So this goes here. This goes like this. So I'm gonna clip around here. We'll clip off a bit extra because we can always remove. We can add. Thin the ends of the jumper to make your job easier. Okay, that's a great suggestion. All right. So maybe we should start the bend earlier. Now that I think about it. This way we don't touch the LED pads at all. So let me do that again. Let's start it here instead. So we don't even need that sharp of an angle. See, so this is what we're gonna do. This one connecting with this one. So a bit more off. Let the filing begin again. Burn it off. Maybe that's what I should just do. Jesus versus the cruciform.
Wait, so if I just bring a soldering iron to it, will it just burn the ends off? Or should I use a lighter? Yeah, because I've only used enameled wire twice, I want to say, before this. So, you know, any suggestions are welcome. I am no expert. Because before this, I just used regular wire. Got this enameled wire pretty recently. Gee, I don't know why I don't move this webcam around more often. It's not even tied to anything. Okay. Sunk cost fallacy is not it. It's also not confirmation bias. I know what you're talking about though, because I brought this up with someone recently. Also talking about keyboards. But unfortunately, it's a thing with most hobbies. It's pretty sad when people can't be objective about their own purchases. But it's just really strange to me because I'm the type that is almost always negative when it's something I buy, or something I own, or something I do, or whatever. Because I know people who, you know, I would say most people are positive. Right? They're like, I bought this and so it's gotta be great. For me, it's always been, I bought this and it fucking sucks, you know, or something. Or, you know, the people who say they go to a school and, you know, they wear it with pride. They go to all the events. I've never been that type of person. I will, although to be completely fair, I never got to choose what school I went to, really. And so, you know, I'll always hate it. So yeah, I've never been the patriotic is not the word, but you kind of get what I mean. Someone switched off the Godspeed. Do you mean me? Because this is a different board. This is the one we did on Friday. This is the one with the crazy clicky switches. And when I say crazy, I don't mean crazy good. At least not for me. God damn it, did I? Not cut off enough before I started sanding. Okay. So that should be fine. Kynar wire? So what exactly is that? Celestial Kato, hello. How's it going? What brings you here? Okay, so tin the name of the wire first, right? Let's do that. Yeah, quite a number of cold joints. This one I don't think is your fault though, so I don't know if you can see this one. This one I believe is, as in, not your fault with soldering. This is more of a desoldering thing. I believe part of the pad is lifted off, so that's why, see, it's the solder only
is adhering to one side. The top side, there's nothing here in the bottom. I believe that part of the pad is burnt off. Maybe? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, so thankfully it wasn't the whole thing. You can just strip it off like normal. Ooh. And it's thin too? Or is this thin? I just realized I don't have my usual fan in this right spot because, like I said, my brother was here. And I had to move things around. So, if it's loud, I apologize, but this is temporary. I'll change this. Maybe I should leave this desk here permanently. I think it makes more sense. Gives me kind of an L-shaped setup. Right? I could even put another webcam over here maybe. Other things. You know what I need to get is I need to get what's it called? What is it called? Hot pot? No? Like a portable grill? So, Celestial, Keto, these keys aren't working. So F7, I, K, M, I want to say. So these aren't working. So what we're doing is we're connecting these two. So basically one of these traces, these green lines, is broken. So we're trying to jump it. We're trying to take a shortcut to fix it. Maybe I should move this webcam, right? Oh, it's not even showing anything, lol. Okay. Maybe if I move it here, it's a bit better. Don't know how much it shows. So we're trying to thin the enameled wire first, and of course right now it's hot as shit because this thing doesn't insulate heat very well. So you can hold on to it very long. Okay, and then now the other end, so you can see now one side is shiny with silver and the other side is still the exposed copper. So this side has the solder over it now. It's silver, and this side is still, I guess maybe they don't look too different on camera. Franconico, hey, how's it going? Damage tracer? It's gotta be the fucking Winston. Well, actually no, Winston shouldn't be damaging a tracer, right? Actually, do tracers even stay damaged? You know, you just kill them. Just click her. Lol. Just kill her. I have not played Overwatch in a bit. Maybe I should reinstall it. I just realized I don't think I've ever played with Chewy. I don't even know if I'm friends with Chewy on BNet. Might not work out that we both play Junkrat. Or maybe he's reformed now. So I'm gonna gently bend this one a little bit so it curves around the. I wanted to lightly hook the
Can I ever get into playing Tracer? Usually do Diva. Man, you get to do Diva? I'm so jealous, bro. I usually just get to do Hog. And so what we can do is we can probably try to tape it down too to help with the soldering. Let's get some tape. See, so I bent the ends of the tips of the wire a little bit just so that it hugs the pin of the switch just a tiny bit better. Oops. Right, see that? So the tips are bent just a bit. A bit of grip on there. Not necessary, but cleans it up a bit and makes it easier to hold in place. Okay, so now the fun part. I just realized this webcam is completely useless because my hands are going to block it. So I'm trying to be careful with this one because this one looks like the pad is also a little lifted, and I don't want to damage it any further. Tweezers that I can use. I could try to clean up the solder joint a little bit, little tiny bit. Yeah, because there's already excessive solder on there, and we added more solder to it. Okay, so this should work. So this is what it is so far. So we can make sure to reposition and rebend the wire just a little bit to clean it up. You can see very thin wire. See, it's almost flush against the PCB, so that's nice, especially with such limited space under the PCB. Look at that. Yeah, it's kind of inconspicuous instead of a big wire. Now, if this were green, it would be even better, right? Or yellow. But that's fine. Scars are reminders of past triumphs or whatever. Yeah, so if you really want to, you could be creative as well. You don't have to just do a straight line across. You could always try to draw a dick butt with the enameled wire. It won't destroy anything. It might make it a bit harder to solder later on, but think of all the karma you could get. Think of the Reddit points. Okay, so now let's plug this in to make sure it works. Yeah, the confirmation bias is not it. Confirmation bias is when you believe something and then you, at least this is what I remember, and then you seek out information that confirms what you already believe in, or you believe things that confirm your bias. So now let's test this board out. I need to make sure. Maybe this is what I should do. Okay. So. Okay, so who decided on the color scheme for Mechs on Deck? I'm gonna assume Osiris did. Just looks like Hyperfuse. Okay. So let's reload it. Oh, Chewy did. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Okay, now let's hope everything else works too. Wait, am I not subscribed? Whoops. Because I follow them on Twitch. Look at that, guys. Make sure to do the same thing. I don't often click on my YouTube. The only time I watch YouTube is on the TV. In the living room. Oh shit, the I key works too. Look at that. We did it. Learn so much from this stream? Yes. Learn to subscribe to a YouTube channel before you pull it up. Alright, see, so oh whoops, let's test the rest of it. Oh my god, did I just, so it's the bottom of it, we didn't finish testing right. Oh, that's right, because this is right. Oh, and this is right. Never mind. This is an FN key. That was work. All these other keys work. So yeah, see, so S7, 8IKM. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so now we can put everything back together. Very nice. Okay, now let's turn this shit off. Oh, and it's past 9 p.m. That means I can blast my AC now. Oh boy, we do it right now. Actually, no. I should do it after we do the typing test. So I will suffer in this heat for at least a few more minutes. Yeah, so after the typing test, we will crack that shit up. We need to get a desk mat too. Discovered free energy. No, so the plan that I'm using right now, because I had to swap off my plan. My previous plan was fucking amazing, but they retired that plan, and I only signed up for 12 months. So the plan for me right now is
free nights. So obviously during the day they charge you a higher rate, but from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. electricity is free. So every day at 9 p.m. I just blast my AC. Use a fine point or a point with a broader nib. The chisel tip, which is the default tip on most soldering irons, that one should do everything just fine. Or do you mean like which part of the I use the broader one. The flat, basically you want the flat side to be the one touching the pad or the PCB or whatever. Now let's plug this, let's put this thing back together. About to get a TS100, the choice between chisel tip and needle. No, the needle nose is almost unnecessary for keyboard things. I can't think of many applications for it. Yeah, so chisel tip and the bevel tip is actually my favorite. I haven't used it in a while though, because my previous one was getting old, and so I just got rid of it, and I haven't bought a replacement yet. Yeah, so I like the bevel tip. It's like the chisel tip, but more versatile. For me at least. Yeah, any of the long ones are terrible at transferring heat. That is the flash config of the PCB. The left shift and left alts. So that's not the default. This is someone else's doing. Yeah, the reason why I like the beveled one is because you actually get more surface area than a chisel tip or it's easier to get more surface area, and you have a sharp edge too for any finer needs. The config I pulled out the GitHub. Oh, so it's a default one? Damn, yeah, that's pretty terrible. Yeah, I know some people who don't really care, and they actually have that programmed. Like, so someone actually sat down and manually programmed the board and just did left mods for everything or something. I'm like, why? What are you doing? I like the janky ones, especially, this is especially common at 40%, where, you know, they'll have a key that's just a question mark or something, and it'll be just a shift plus that thing. So if you just hit that one key, it's actually two keys that are going off. Yeah, so it's just really strange, because sometimes you might be, you know, just trying to hit something and question mark and then or whatever, and then it just messes things up because of the extra shift in there somewhere. Okay. This way, and let's get a desk mat for this. So this is a light board. Let's get a dark. Oh, you know what? We have the perfect desk mat for this. Is Beadlocks here? He is. He's still here. Gotta get that teal going. Why do I not have this desk over here more often? Oh, because of the fan, that's right. Maybe I should get a table fan instead of a standing one. You guys should get the Myonix pads. I see that link in the description. Yeah. They are...
they are just better than the novelty test mats. I can say that because I'm not sponsored. Not by Novelties, but by Myonix. No. Wow, so clean, so clean. I hate how diluted that or not diluted, but the meaning of the word clean has been diluted. Cause I'll see something that just looks absolutely wild, and people are like, "Oh man, it looks so clean." Like they're just trying to say that it looks good. Like, that looks so clean. No, that's not the definition of clean, you dumb fuck. You know, like if it's something minimalist and you say, "Oh, that looks so clean," or you know, like it doesn't have to be minimalist, but you know, something sleek, or okay, I get it. But when it's something that's supposed to just look crazy, and they're trying to say it looks nice, like so clean, that word, or like a very clean setup, and then they've got fucking posters everywhere. They've got pop figures here, you know, mismatched colors going on. It just looks just like an adult daycare, basically, or maybe adult's not the word, but yeah, man, that setup is so clean. No, that's not the definition of clean. Like it looks nice, but clean is not the word you're looking for. You know, it's like watching a bukkake video, and you're like, "Oh man, she took that real clean." It's like, no, she took that like a champ, but I wouldn't use the word clean. It's one of the last words I'd use. I mean, maybe she cleaned them up nice, but you know, she's not clean, probably. Okay, let me go wash my hands. The solder, lead everywhere. Damn it, I need to store this rolled the other way. Lift it on the edges. Because this Hammerhead got updated today. The set that got cancelled. You know, I just realized, you know what cable would be nice with this thing? Yeah, buddy. Ah, man, it sticks out a little bit. That's kind of annoying. See, I don't want to do the same. Why does it stick out so much? That's... Yeah, they should have put the connector further in. Oh well. Maybe this is the cable you should buy for your...
Is it actually centered? Is it? Because if it's not, it's still... I think it's still shifted a bit to the... totally unscientific way of doing it. It's close enough. It looks centered.
Oh, damn it. The cable's too. Whoops.
Oh, board is a little crooked. Oops. So my cold cable is kind of messed up, just a little bit. It's on the edges because I move my keyboard a lot. But yeah, get a. This thing is cheap too. It's like I want to say $10 or $12. It's a nice rubber. Oh god, more tattoo girl. Okay, so let's do a. That's way too dark. Can we zoom in or out? That's. I think that's good. Orange 75 with Zilent 67 gram Zilent V2s lubed with 3203. Stabilizers lubed with 205 G0. Spacebar flipped like the devil intended. God damn it, this backspace. there you have it. Yeah, I forgot I was not in switch hitter, and so I was pressing the F keys again, and so it pulled up help and other things. Whoops. But yeah, so that's the board. The thing about silent switches is that it makes it hard to tell what the board is supposed to sound like. Stay quiet. I will say I might try 3203. Because I've never tried 3203. I don't think I built anything in 3203. I will have some coming in though. So Alex is actually sending me some more butchered switches basically, and those have 3203 on them. So maybe I'll clean them up, maybe I won't, I don't know. Also, we got some new follows. I should call them out. I see you. So let's see, who did I stop at? Did I say Kinnick already? I think I did. Metallic Charles, thank you for the follow. Dark Sky Rob, Dark Sky Rob, thank you for the follow. Princess Jennifer and Celestia Keto, thank you so much. So just need a little break in time, but they're significantly smoother. Yeah, I've always wondered if it's better to just leave them unlubed than, you know, I don't know, maybe put them on a hot swap board or something and then wear them in and then only lube them. Maybe that'll be better. Dominic says, should be getting some Zilio V2s lubed with 3203 from me once I actually get my Xeno. Very nice. You got black, right? I don't remember. For the Xeno? Because I think black and silver are shipping first. I think, maybe. Nice. Is it the rose gold ones? Anything with rose gold that's delayed? I don't even remember, honestly. Someone mentioned it, I forgot already. Poner, hey, how's it going? Packaging photos on Zero side. Yeah, someone linked the Blurple one. So black and silver should be getting shipped soon. And Poner himself is here. Hey, good to see you here. So he is the man behind Xeno. Though the Xeno is running a bit behind. Yeah. So did you get a shipping notice already, Poner? Like, I know it's finally happening. Looking forward to it because I think I will be seeing maybe a couple of them. I can't remember. Yeah, I should be building at least a couple of them, maybe. I don't know. Although I'm afraid that almost all of them are black. I don't think anyone that I know bought a silver or any other color. I think all of them are black. Yeah, so this is the board. I'm glad that we got it to work. Now, one thing I do want to try is I want to make sure the... There we go. So here's basically what I'm doing. I'm trying to see if the... Here's a way to test your status indicators, if you didn't know. So, if you've installed status indicator LEDs on your board and you have no idea how to test them out, because you know your board doesn't have num lock or doesn't have scroll lock, anything like that, you go to okay, here's what you do. Let me show you. So you can just Windows. Oh, whoops, you can't see. Right, I don't have my Windows over here. Maybe what if I click it here? Does it show up here if I click it here? Okay, just type keyboard and you'll have on-screen keyboard, and then you do it through here.
So now if we look at, can I? Oh, so this layout is just messed up because why is scroll lock print screen over here? That is. You can't type the function over this thing? Wait. I thought you could. Is it just my layout that's messed up? Why is it? I'm so confused. I guess there's a setting somewhere. Has it always been this way? And now I can't change the size on it. But yeah, so turn on numlock, scroll lock, caps lock, and you will see all three are lit. So lit. So many people that ask me for updates, I literally don't know anything. Don't worry, Pointer, we know it's, you know, you're not the guy doing the logistics. So that's just the way it is. Black, black, and silver, rose gold. Yeah, VPR. Hey, how's it going? VPR is also getting a Xeno. It's getting black and black. His is all black, I think. Yeah, so this is a quick way you can just use your on-screen keyboard. So I'm gonna turn all these off. See, all gone. So yeah, so that's nice. We know that works. So let's go ahead and run the credits. Still have some work to do, and hopefully I'll get started on porting things over to Streamlabs OBS. Okay, so no problem, yeah. No problem at all. So please don't forget to check out Mechs On Deck. I will be on there tomorrow. Episode should be going live. Thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's run the credits. Go, go, go. Go, at least the credits screen is working. See, I don't understand. Yeah, why is this screen completely fine? Everything else is broken. So new follows: Celestial Kato, Princess Jennifer, Dark Sky Rob, Talik Charles, Kinnick, and resubs Visionaire, and Tinfoil, SN Foil. Gift sub from Mr. Cubes, thank you so much. And yeah, everyone else have a good week. I will let y'all know when the Salamander and the Dolphin come in, and then we will see if we build or boxes. Oh, I should be putting together the Keyblade soon. I forgot to unbox that too. The switches and the plate. A PCB, I mean. Because if all goes to plan, that should be the build this Friday. So I should check that out. Went over there and forgot to try cat. Oh, again? So actually it's not don't feel bad about not trying cat keycaps the last time you were here, because I don't have them right now. I loaned them to a friend, and so he has them. Okay, yeah, so everyone else, please have a good night. Oh, we should look for someone to raid. Is Mr. Horologist streaming? Is he? No, he's not. Well, Shay Roz is streaming. She's doing some sewing and crafting and shit, so let's go there. So again, thank you everybody for being here. As I mentioned at the start, I now have an Amazon affiliate link thing set up, so if you can't donate, share anything, don't feel so bad. If you're buying anything, you want to support the channel, feel free to use the link. Every little bit helps.
helps pay for AC in this terrible weather. So yeah, so have a good night, and I will see you all in the next stream.